Hi guys, I'm Thomas Fernandez and this is Ignite. And with today's video, we're going to start a new series of videos about motion. So, without further wasting time, let's get started. So, before I tell you why do we need to study motion, I'm going to tell you what motion really means. Well, motion is nothing but the movement of a body from one place to another within a certain time. Well, this can be as simple as a train moving from station A to station B in let's say 5 seconds, or it can be as simple as a car moving from one building to another building in a certain time t. So this gives us a rough idea of what motion really is. But motion is not just restricted to the trains and motor vehicles. It is present even in the tiniest of particles like your blood cells. Well, the blood cells keep moving in your body, right from your heart to the toes and even your brains. Well, they keep moving every day, every second of your life. So, this should give you enough context as to why you need to study motion. I'm not saying you're going to push your blood through your veins faster by studying motion, but yeah, there are a lot of aspects of motion that you will be using every day. Well, let me just put you a small context here. Well, you are watching your favorite TV series or a movie, or let's say even cricket match, and there's a commercial and your mom asks you to go down and get something for her. Well, this is a very tricky situation because now if you go and come back, it will take you time and there are chances that you will miss out on the content that you're watching. So what does your brain do here? Well, your brain calculates the motion that you will be going to do here. The motion of you going right down, getting something and coming back and calculating all the pauses that you'll be taking in between that action as well. Like if you're visiting a store, the time you may spend at the store as well. All these calculations your brain does instantly. This was just one example. Now let me give you another example. Suppose you have to visit a place that is 25 kilometers away from your home. The first thing that your brain will do here is calculate what is the distance from your house to the place you're going to visit. And then it will calculate the speed at which you can ride the vehicle that you have. Now, it will take into consideration both and give you a certain amount of time that you will take to reach that place. And this time is what makes it essential to plan the day. You will get up according to that time. You'll get up early, you'll get up late, depending on how much time you'll take to reach there. So, all these calculations are nothing but an understanding of motion that you have developed over time. So, now that we have an idea of what motion is and why do we need to study motion, let's move on to the terminologies involved in motion. Just as any scientific phenomena, motion has both qualitative and quantitative aspects attached to it. Well, the qualitative aspects help us describe the type of motion a body does. Well, it can be as simple as a body moving in a straight line. Let's say a car is moving on a straight road. Yes, this is nothing but your linear or translational motion. Now, let me say there's this building here and I have a car that's moving around in circles around this building. Well, this type of motion is known as circular motion or at times also referred to as curvilinear motion. Why would I ride a car in circles around a building? Wait, let me remove this building and well, let me place the earth here and let me remove this car and place the, let's say, a satellite here. Yeah. Well, now that makes sense, right? Why do we need to study circular motion? Yes, you won't always have a car moving around in circles. There are a lot of things motion can be applied to. Well, there's one more type of motion called the oscillatory motion or also known as the vibratory motion or even known as the periodic motion. Well, such motion is motion that repeats itself over a fixed interval of time. Well, the classic and legendary example of this would be the pendulum of a pendulum clock. Well, it just keeps moving forward, backward, forward, back. Well, these were some of the qualitative aspects of motion. Well, now I can move on to the quantitative aspects of motion. Well, the quantitative aspects of motion help us define the how much of a motion, how much speed, how much distance, how much time, how much velocity, how much acceleration. Well, these how much help us answer a lot of what if questions. Yeah, our mind always thinks in a scenario of what ifs. Like, what if I had rode the car for like 2 more hours? How long would I have gone? What if the church was not 2 kilometers away but 20 kilometers away? How much time would I have taken? What if I would have punched him in the face? Well, I would have made this video with a swollen eye. Okay, forget that. So, the basic assumption of science helps us understand a lot of what ifs, a lot of possibilities that we can explore because we know and understand how much of motion gets done in a certain time or how much quantities relate to each other in case of motion or any scientific phenomena. In this video, I'll be covering only the two very basic quantitative aspects of motion, that is distance and speed. So, what is distance? Distance is a measurement of how far apart 2 points A and B are from each other. Where point A is, let's say, the point from which my car started, and point B is the point to which my car stops. Well, it can be a distance between 2 points A and B, it can be the distance between two buildings A and B, or two railway stations A and B, or even the distance between India and, let's say, USA. Well, I don't know that. Okay, Google, tell me what is the distance between America and India?
India is 8,431 miles from United States as the crow flies.
There you have. Now that I know how to measure the distance between one point to another point or from one place to another place, let me move on to the other quantitative aspect of motion called speed. Well, if my car moves, let's say 100 meters in 5 seconds, what if I ride my car for 5 more seconds? So my car moved 100 meters in 5 seconds, I ride it for 5 more seconds, let's say, so I'll move 100 meters more here, so that becomes 200 meters. Now if I ride my car for 5 more seconds, 100 meters more, so that makes what, 300 meters. I'll ride it for 5 more seconds, total 400 meters. Well, for me it was easy because I knew my car rides 100 meters in 5 seconds. So adding 5 seconds each was easier. But what if I rode my car for just 2 more seconds? Well, this is difficult. Well, this is exactly where speed comes into play, or the formula for speed comes into play. Well, speed is nothing but the distance a body covers in a specific interval of time or a unit time. Let's say 1 second. So, let me apply this to my car. My car rode 100 meters in 5 seconds. So, in 1 second, what I can do is I can divide 100 by 5 to see how much my car rode in 1 second. Well, my car rode 20 meters in 1 second. Now that I know my car rides 20 meters in 1 second, I can find out how much my car will ride in 2 seconds. That'll give me 40 meters. So the total distance in case of 7 seconds would become 140 meters. Well, this helped me solve a very basic problem of calculating the distance I can travel if I had traveled for a longer duration of time. Now that I know how to calculate the speed and how much distance I can cover in a certain interval of time, so the next time I am going out to a place which is 25 kilometers away from my home, and I know that my car, I can ride it at a maximum speed of say 40 kilometers per hour. Well, due to the traffic regulations, I can't help it. So, what I will do is I will calculate the time that I will take to reach the destination, which in this case is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So, what I'll do is I'll leave my house 1 hour 15 minutes earlier at the minimum. So, that will also help me plan out how much earlier I need to get up. Sounds simple, right? But not everyone gets up on time and follows all the guidelines. But yeah, you can calculate the speeds, and just in case you have a freeway, the 40 kilometers per hour can be taken up to 50 kilometers per hour. Conditions applied, your government accepts that, and you can reach on time as well. So these are calculations that help you in your day-to-day life. So motion is very important for your day-to-day life as well. With this, I will end today's video here. And in the next video, we are going to learn a few more important quantitative aspects of motion. What are they? They are displacement and velocity. So to find out what is displacement, what is velocity, and how different they are from distance and speed, do watch our next video. Till then, what you can do is you can like our video, share it to the ones who may need it, and if you have any doubts, you can mention it in the comments below. I'll be really happy to help you. And also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon, because if you don't click on the bell icon, you're missing out on education. Thank you.